Hello and welcome everyone to the start of a very exciting academic year. I want to thank the students, faculty, and staff who are watching this year's State of the University address from their classrooms, their offices, homes, and dorm rooms. And I also want to thank our friends joining from across Montana and farther afield. I'm joining you today from a beautifully renovated Urey Lecture Hall here on campus. And as I stand in this fantastic new space, I have to admit that I'm a bit sad that we can't gather in person as a large group to kick off this academic year. I miss being together with you all in the same room. But still, it remains an exciting time here at UM as our students return and re-energize our campus. This annual event provides us with an opportunity to take stock, to acknowledge and preserve what we value most about this institution, and also to creatively reimagine its future. As stewards of UM and its mission, we must always take a long view of both our history and of our future. And this stewardship begins with an acknowledgement that our university sits on the Aboriginal territories of the Salish and Kalispel people, a number of whom are our colleagues, students, and friends. We honor this important history, as well as the central role of Native American culture and heritage in this university's present and future. And we also honor the path that they have always shown us in caring for this place for generations to come. This is a model of stewardship from which we derive inspiration. And as we gather for the beginning of an academic year that is unlike any other in our lifetimes, I also want to acknowledge the incredible work of so many members of the UM family to make this academic year possible. And I want to thank you for acting as stewards of our mission in the face of so many challenges. COVID-19 has forced our campus community to make rapid changes to nearly every aspect of UM life. And our faculty and staff have made Herculean efforts over the course of the spring and the summer to prepare for this fall. Our faculty members, after having quickly pivoted to deliver over 4,000 courses remotely last spring, turned around and spent their summers redesigning courses for high flexibility, motivated by a commitment to meet all students' needs this fall. Our facilities team reconfigured nearly every classroom and even set up new outdoor classrooms to ensure that safe, socially distanced learning can happen here on campus. Our IT teams, they upgraded infrastructure and equipped classrooms with new technologies. Our residence life and our dining teams significantly modified their operations, while also establishing new space and new procedures for quarantine and isolation of students as necessary. Our team at Curry Health, along with faculty in our School of Public and Community Health Sciences, built a testing system and a contact tracing protocol in collaboration with Missoula City County Public Health that allows us to quickly identify cases of COVID-19 and mitigate spread. And our student affairs team carried a huge burden this summer, working incredibly hard to redesign our operations and also to provide all students, faculty, and staff with healthy Grizz kits to help keep themselves and those around them safe. Now, these are but a few examples of the many efforts undertaken this summer to prepare for this academic year. The guiding imperative for this work has been simple: protect the health and safety of our UM family while ensuring that our students can keep on learning through in-person, hybrid, and remote options, and that they can continue to pursue their dreams. And while this has been taxing work for all of us, it also has drawn upon a deep reservoir of what is best in us: creativity, cooperation, resilience, and especially an abiding commitment to our students' success. As a leader, this has been the most challenging season of my life, but also the most inspiring. The way we've come together in this time of challenge has awed and humbled me. I've never been more confident in the collective capacity of the UM family. Represented by our shared governance leaders, ASUM President Taylor Gregory, Staff Senate Chair Charity Atteberry, and Faculty Senate Chair Chris Palmer, from whom you will hear shortly, hundreds of unsung campus heroes have gone above and beyond to preserve the mission of the University of Montana through these difficult times. And on behalf of the entire UM family, as well as the broader Missoula and Montana community, I want to say thank you. I know it's not been easy and that unforeseen challenges no doubt lie ahead, but I am deeply grateful for the way this community has come together in this incredibly difficult time. You make me proud to be a member of the family. Now, this gratitude and pride stem from a deep awareness of the tremendous importance of our work here at This place matters, arguably more than it ever has. This is a time of great unrest and difficulty for our country. We're dealing with the challenges of global pandemic, yes, but deeper than that. We see our various government structures stalled in perpetual gridlock. We see an erosion of civil discourse and reasoned, respectful dialogue. We see economic growth that has, unfortunately, left many behind. We see laid bare the damaging impact of systemic racism in our institutions. But it is in times of great challenge that opportunity for hopeful renewal emerges. And at the heart of the renewal of this country must be public institutions like the University of Montana. Why? Because at its core, exists to foster inclusive prosperity. This is an institution that posits boldly that a high quality and accessible education are not only compatible, but our first responsibility. This is an institution committed to serving learners from all backgrounds and at all stages of their adult lives and careers. This is an institution that serves, yes, as a driver of economic growth for our state, but also as an engine of social mobility by empowering all people to reach their full potential, while always aspiring to create more equitable and inclusive systems. This is the institution of which we are privileged to be stewards. An effective stewardship of the treasure that we call the University of Montana demands that even in the midst of this pandemic, we continue to make steady, tangible progress in reaching our full potential. And I'm immensely proud of what this campus has accomplished over the past year, guided by our 5 priorities for action. Our commitment to place student success at the center of all we do, as articulated in Priority for Action number 1, has driven much of our progress. The investments that we're making in student support infrastructure are paying off. And we saw a significant increase in first-year retention this past year, and our persistence of students from fall to spring last academic year was the best we've seen in a decade, and the second best in 20 years. And as you walk around campus, you can literally witness this priority being actualized as we put to work the financial resources that we raised last year through our debt restructure. I'm speaking to you today from a beautifully redone Urey Lecture Hall, which was designed specifically for enhanced student learning. We also welcomed students to a newly remodeled Panzer Residence Hall this fall, and our entire campus is enjoying a recently refurbished oval. And I'm happy to share that this summer the Board of Regents approved our plan to begin design of a new dining facility on campus. Together with our campus architects, we're enacting a comprehensive plan to refresh and rejuvenate our entire campus infrastructure, all guided by our students' needs. Now, we should also be excited about the achievements this year related to PFA number 2, to drive excellence and innovation in teaching, learning, and research. Our Teaching Excellence Initiative continues to support faculty in improving and refining their teaching skills and to helping our students learn better. And we're also creating new ways for our students to access learning year-round. summer enrollment was up for the 3rd straight year, and enrollment this summer was 32% higher than the summer of 2017. Our team's hard work is helping students complete their education earlier and move on to the next chapter. 549 students completed degrees and certificates this summer, up from 399 last summer. Meanwhile, research at continues to thrive. This year, we set a new record for research, exceeding $100 million in expenditures. And this research is having an impact. As many of you know, was recently recognized in the list of the top 10 universities around the world in solving the coronavirus pandemic. In Priority for Action number 3, Mission First, People Always, has seen the launch and growth of the Office of Organizational Learning and Development, as well as actions to shape UM as a more diverse, inclusive, and equitable campus. This year, we witnessed a national reckoning with a history of racism in institutions across our nation. And it's important that we acknowledge that we all have work to do here, to examine and rehabilitate our own practices and policies, and to ensure our curricula and programming draw from intellectual traditions that can inform anti-racist, inclusive action. This is an institution that must always strive to do and be better for all. And with the guidance of the Diversity Advisory Council and the input of students, we've shaped a long-needed student-facing position that will focus on creating a more equitable anti-racist campus from the perspective of students. I look forward to working with the Diversity Advisory Council on further actions that will make our institution better. And we are also excited recently to announce that Twyla Old Coyote will serve as our inaugural director of the Sea Change Initiative, which is a campus-wide program focused on advancing equity for all, and will welcome its first cohort of students this semester. Now, as we well know, dealing with the pandemic requires a comprehensive, collaborative approach. And I've been so impressed by the way this campus has worked hand in hand with our community over the past year, exemplifying PFA number 4, to partner with place. In the fall of 2019, our School of Public and Community Health Sciences and the Missoula City County Public Health Department formalized an academic health department. Now, this was quite a timely project, and it's been inspiring to see our faculty's leadership in helping local and state officials address COVID-19. As but one example among many, just last week I had the privilege of watching Professor Aaron Simmons, who leads Missoula's Epidemiology Situation Unit, present to community leaders and the media on the status of the virus. And this deep commitment to partnership with our community is also evidenced by UM's Living Lab, which will open in the new Missoula Public Library this fall, and in a newly launched career readiness program for our students called Elevate U that will actively nurture students' career development opportunities during their entire UM experience. Meanwhile, our tribal outreach specialist, Dr. Brad Hall, has helped UM renew its relationships with Montana's tribal colleges, from whom I am learning so much. Finally, as we consider PFA number 5, to proudly tell the UM story, we're also excited by the accomplishments we've seen in this area. We've worked incredibly hard to more effectively reach out to prospective students and to build a modern recruiting infrastructure. We've seen progress, with overall applications to UM up this year. Of particular note, applications from out-of-state students were up around 30% compared to a year ago. Now, unfortunately, COVID-19 presented some major unexpected challenges for our incoming class this year, but nonetheless, I'm excited about the foundation that we've built for the years ahead. And I'm also thrilled to share that the State of the University address this year aligns with the conclusion of Campaign Montana, UM's most ambitious fundraising campaign ever. Back in 2018, we set an ambitious goal. We increased our target from $320 million to $400 million. And today, with just a few days left in the campaign, I'm happy to share that we far exceeded that goal ahead of schedule. This fundraising campaign is now officially not just the largest and most successful in the history of the University of Montana, but the largest and most successful fundraising effort in the history of the entire state. But true stewardship of this institution also requires that we seek to reimagine how we can best fulfill our mission and serve our community. And it is for this reason that last spring, I asked a number of our colleagues to form what we're calling a university design team. Chaired by Dean Adria Lawrence of our College of Ed and Paul Gladen of the Blackstone Launchpad, this group of tremendously talented faculty, staff, and students has been hard at work, consulting with faculty, community leaders, business leaders, current students, and future students, considering what a flagship of the future should look like. The group spent the summer discussing our university's vision and more clearly articulating our commitment to fostering inclusive prosperity and democracy, to creating new knowledge and honoring existing knowledge, and to exploring new ways of learning and knowing. They spent time thinking about the principles that should inform our ongoing work to design a flagship of the future. And now they're in the midst of proposing a set of potential strategic initiatives that we as a community will discuss and consider this semester. These are tangible actions that we can take to move us closer toward our aspirational vision. Now, I want to acknowledge that we undertake this process of reimagination in the midst of very real budget constraints. While we've made significant progress toward stability, the circumstances of this global pandemic have exacerbated existing financial challenges, forcing us to be even more vigilant in ensuring UM's sustainability. We must address a maldistribution of resources across our campus, with some academic areas currently stretched far too thin, and other areas with significant excess capacity. We cannot be blind to the realities of market pressures and shifts in student interest in various academic programs. Ignoring these puts the entire institution in peril. And so I'm very grateful for UM's academic leaders who are working together to face this reality, understanding that stewardship includes the responsibility to more strategically allocate resources to ensure a fiscally sustainable academic enterprise that best serves our students. But while the work ahead is not without challenges, it's also filled with opportunities to better serve the needs of our students and our state. To successfully meet these needs, we must regularly assess our institutional priorities and adjust them as necessary. And that's why we review and adapt our priorities for action each and every year. But it's also important that we have an enduring framework to help guide this annual process of planning and assessment. And that's why I've asked the university design team to develop this set of design principles to inform this ongoing effort. This group's work will provide an important lens, and that is a lens through which we'll view our ongoing efforts to shape a flagship of the future. And they provide a bit of a strategic beacon to help us set our course. This semester, the group will engage campus and our broader community in a discussion about these draft principles and these potential strategic initiatives. I want to encourage you to respond to their call for your engagement. Your voice will be critical in ensuring our stewardship of UM honors both our past and our potential future. Now, I also want to acknowledge the dissonance that some may feel in this work. We're dealing today with the monumental challenge of managing a university in the midst of a global pandemic, while also facing a challenging fiscal environment. And some may ask, how can we possibly carve out the time to think about what we should look like over the long run? But I believe we have no other choice. I believe to my core that public higher education, that UM, must play an active and central role in helping to determine the future of this country. We have not just an opportunity right now, but I would argue a collective obligation to shape this university to best serve our students and to advance the renewal of our country in ways that equitably serve all. Our community, our state, this entire country needs that from us. And I want, need, and value your partnership in that effort. The work will not be easy, but we've proven over and over to be capable. In 1918, in the midst of the flu pandemic, UM President Sisson pressed our campus to, quote, rise to the occasion. And our colleagues a century ago did just that. They showed their resolve in dealing with the challenges of a pandemic, and so have you. As we navigate the challenges of today and work to shape an exciting tomorrow, I'm deeply grateful to be your partner. Thank you once again, everyone, for your tremendous work in ensuring a successful start to the academic year. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you here on campus. And now I'm pleased to welcome my colleagues and partners in this important work, our shared governance leaders, our ASUM President, our Chair of Faculty Senate, and the Chair of Staff Senate, who will share some thoughts on the beginning of the semester. And then Provost Humphrey will introduce our new faculty.
Greetings, Grizzlies. I hope you're doing well and are having a smooth start to a very unique fall semester. Thank you for joining me in a school year like no other before it. Just like many of you, life since March has posed very unique challenges for me. Suddenly, I found myself using a platform called Zoom that I previously never heard of or even utilized. I was unable to physically see my friends, and I witnessed the cancellation of my sister's high school graduation. Life since March has posed very unique challenges, and our way of life and living have been impacted in ways that none of us could have imagined or even anticipated. When shared challenges such as COVID-19 arise, It's important to look beyond ourselves and to increase the empathy that we have towards others. And the commitment that I've seen to this among students at UM have really impressed me. I see students wearing masks, being adaptable to the many changes that are happening this fall, and making sacrifices to their own behavior for the protection of their own health and for the health of others. And for those actions, I'm very proud of the student body. In 1900, UM adopted its current motto, Lux e Veritas, meaning light and truth in Latin. And that's exactly what COVID-19 has done. It has shed light and truth on complex issues, ranging from racial justice to healthcare equity in the United States, empowering student action here at the University of Montana. I see students using their own voices to uplift others who are disproportionately impacted in the United States and around the world. The key to getting through the pandemic lies in our ability to empathize, unite, and create community to all the difficulties that we face as a campus and as a nation. This fall, ASUM is here to work hand in hand with all of you. In the spirit of sustainability and accessibility, many of our operations are navigating online. We are rewriting our budgeting procedures for student groups and redesigning the services of our agencies to meet the needs of students in a COVID environment. It is my hope that we utilize this crisis as an opportunity to re-envision what it means to be a college student, not only right now in today's world, but going forward. Today, Grizzlies, we are presented with challenges and uncertainty. That part is no secret, but it's what we do to overcome those that matter most. So this fall, let us always remember to wear our masks, to practice safe social distancing, but also, just as importantly, to make the most of our time here at the University of Montana. So stay healthy, stay safe, just as importantly, go Grizz.
Hi Grizz, it's my great privilege to serve as your Staff Senate Chair in 2021. Thomas Carlyle noted that endurance is patience concentrated. For the dedicated, innovative, and resilient community of students, staff, faculty, and administrators on our campus, endurance is a salve, it's a source of energy, and it's a call to action in 2020. COVID has indelibly impacted our lives both professionally, personally, and emotionally. It's also offered opportunities for us to band together to overcome these unprecedented challenges. Over the past months, I've witnessed camaraderie within and across our sectors and constituencies with the guidance and support of our tireless leadership. I've seen our UM family rise to the occasion, innovate, and continue to operate effectively and efficiently. Our faculty have demonstrated a nimble approach to instruction and research. Our students have exemplified perseverance and resilience, and our staff have continued to serve on the front lines, even as our conception of what those lines look like and feel like have changed. We've demonstrated care for one another, and this heartens me a great deal. As we move forward, we have to integrate empathy as a foundational principle while we also continue to care for ourselves. When faced with crises, humans can choose to build or they can choose to destroy. In the wake of social unrest around critical issues like racism and extreme economic hardship, UM too has faced some challenges, some great challenges. The creation of the University Design Team, on which I'm proud to serve, signals UM's commitment to building in the face of crisis. President Bodnar's re-envisioned strategic planning and assessment cycle prioritizes that recursive nature of this important work and is inclusive of a multitude of voices. The Priorities for Action, Office of Organizational Learning and Development, Women's Leadership Initiative, and the Sea Change Initiative are just a few examples of the programs that demonstrate our commitment to engaging foundational principles and strategies that amplify our impact and construct the future we wish to see on this campus. This is important and timely work. Just as we didn't anticipate COVID in 2019 and 2020, we can't know yet what 2021 and beyond may bring. We can, however, use what we've learned about our campus and our students, our employees, and our leadership to navigate those future challenges. I'm confident that if we continue to reach forward to those in a position to help and backward to those in need, we will ensure our status as a flagship for the future.
I, like many of you, am returning to campus with a mix of emotions. I'm excited to see students returning to campus, and I'm enthusiastic about getting back into the classroom. But I also have a certain level of anxiety about what the coming weeks hold for us, and I know most of you do as well. I think we have strong plans in place, and I believe we will be successful this fall semester. It's been said that you learn a lot about your friends and your colleagues in a time of crisis. The way that we responded to this crisis over the last several months has been truly impressive. Faculty stepped up and converted their classes from in-person to online or remote in a matter of days. Students showed great resilience and strength in completing their classes under less than ideal circumstances. Meanwhile, groups of faculty, staff, students, and administrators were convened to coordinate our response to this crisis and also to make plans for this fall semester and for the return of students and faculty to campus. We worked hard, we worked collaboratively and cooperatively, and we showed a true Montana can-do attitude in putting together our plans for this fall. It's clear that the University of Montana faces challenges going forward. The COVID-19 crisis has presented many daunting challenges to this campus, and we have responded accordingly. But the crisis has also laid bare and exacerbated many long-standing challenges, issues, and problems that face us. We need to attract and retain more traditional graduate and undergraduate students to this campus. But we also need to find ways to serve other learners and serve the community in other ways. We need to find additional sources of revenue for the university. To be clear, it will be really hard work for us to reimagine and rethink the way that we do things on this campus while staying true to our values and our core mission as a university. But we can do this. We've shown over the last several months that we have the strength and we can cooperate and we can collaborate to move the university forward. I'm convinced that if we use those same strengths as a community, we can maintain and build a vibrant and sustainable university for the future.
A year ago, I would hardly have anticipated providing remarks in this forum at this unique and challenging time in this virtual setting. Then, who did? So I prefaced my remarks this morning by acknowledging the challenges, working to address them as through a lens and the opportunities that these challenges provide UM on the other side of this continually changing landscape. Over the past 5 months, as co-chair of the university's Health Advisory Group, I've been honored to work alongside an extraordinary team of UM faculty, staff, and administrators, working with infectious disease experts from the healthcare community and our collaborators in the Missoula City County Public Health Department, with whom we partnered in 2019 with our School of Public and Community Health Sciences as just the 11th academic health department in the United States. This unique academic partnership has served UM well as we've developed and continue to revise our Healthy Fall 2020 guidelines. While we can't control every variable, particularly activities that occur off the UM campus, I'm confident we have addressed and continue to develop factors, strategies, and tactics that optimize our efforts on the ground in mitigation, testing, tracing, and as necessary, quarantine. How successful we are in engaging the enthusiastic return of students is a collaborative effort of everyone at UM. We have to be unrelenting in emphasizing personal and social responsibility on and off campus. There's just no other pathway through to Thanksgiving. So thank you in advance for your active participation in this team effort. I'd like to now turn my attention to the academic landscape at UM. I'm honored to serve as acting provost at UM at this critical time. The lens through which I view UM is informed by my experience here as a faculty member and chair, 8 years, and dean, 6 years, and nearly 20 more years as a faculty member in rural and urban settings before UM. As dean at UM, I've worked with 4 provosts and 3 presidents. These experiences will inform my leadership of the academic enterprise as acting provost. So my priorities at this time include supporting instruction in the dynamic environment caused by COVID-19 by furthering our work in teaching excellence and faculty development, modeling a culture of academic advocacy, partnership, and decentralization where possible, providing those closest to our mission greater control over their collaborative efforts, providing leadership in academic affairs as academic units adopt a sustainable fiscal model. We further the impact of UM's communities of excellence, and we expand academic offerings to new student populations through non-credit courses, stackable credentials, UM Online's partnership with Wiley, UM summer and winter session offerings, and continued outreach to international students. It's a lot. I commit to sharing progress on these goals as they unfold and will invite your feedback as our efforts progress. A robust academic enterprise is accomplished through the collective efforts of a team that includes staff, graduate teaching and research assistants, instructional, clinical, and research faculty in support of and in collaboration with the core tenure and tenure track faculty, I want to take this moment to extend my appreciation to all of you who are so important to our collective mission to serve society through teaching, research, and creative scholarship and service. Thank you all. Now, the Provost has always had a role in recognizing UM's faculty at the State of the University event. Now, before we congratulate the faculty earning tenure and promotion this year and welcome new faculty to our ranks, I want to honor the extraordinary commitment of UM faculty who have demonstrated their expertise over the past 6 months. UM faculty have always been impressively committed to teaching, scholarship, and service. This summer, many faculty have lent their expertise and knowledge preparing for the fall semester. They have served on committees focused on keeping our campus community healthy. They've helped develop our approach to instruction this fall, and they have shared their expertise in remote and online teaching for their colleagues and our students' benefit. Faculty Senate leaders represented their constituents through every planning effort, and Faculty Association leaders have advocated strongly for their members' rights and protections every step of the way. This generosity and commitment to UM is what keeps many of us here. It's what distinguishes UM from other large public institutions, and I am humbled by this outpouring of goodwill and support. Teaching and mentoring students is one of the greatest rewards that collectively binds our work, largely why we chose this path, in addition to research, creative pursuits, and public service. We recognize faculty accomplishments by awarding tenure and promotion to our professors. These are milestones of faculty careers, and I'm pleased to recognize all the faculty awarded tenure and promotion this year. It's a tradition to recognize the faculty members who have just joined our community at this event. In fact, I just met many of our new faculty in person at New Faculty Orientation earlier today and was honored to do so. Congratulations on joining the UM faculty, comprised of scholars who excel in their respective disciplines, are committed to student success, and work to create an environment in which ideas and dialogue flourish. By joining the University of Montana, you are committing to our mission to transform lives by providing a high quality and accessible education, and by generating world-class research and creative scholarship in an exceptional place. I'm thrilled that you have joined UM. Please feel free to email me or drop in during my office hours to chat, and I hope to see you around the Oval. I'd like to turn to humility and resilience for a moment. This will be an unusual year, one that will require us to tap our inner resources and come together around our shared goals as a university community. I am humbled by the work of you and our colleagues, everyone pulling together in the same direction. I want to give you license to take care of yourselves and each other this year. As we adapt to changing circumstances, our community's resilience will be tested. I'm particularly concerned on our students' and colleagues' mental health. Please know the Curry Health Center, the Student Advocacy Resource Center, and the Branch Center are ready to serve our students in offering support, advocacy, and engagement opportunities. All UM employees have access to free and confidential assistance through the Employee Assistance Program offered by the Montana University System. I want you to know that help is available if you or someone you know should need it. Knowing UM as I know UM over 15 years, I am confident that we will serve our students and colleagues well. We will continue to be kind, forgiving, and compassionate with one another. I'm honored to serve UM as Acting Provost this year. I will do all I can to support our students and my colleagues in the advancement of our institutional goals. So go Grizz and be well.